Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Happy Hour Yoga with Robin Tebow. Going to put you through kind of a medium, easy, middle of the road Vinyasa practice. Always remember you can modify. I'll try to let you know what modifications are available. You can always land in a comfortable seated position, or child's pose, or skip the vinyasas, the push-ups, whatever you need to do to fulfill your needs today. That being said, let's begin on our hands and knees. Nice flat back, wrist under shoulders, legs about hip width apart, and just start to follow your breath through cat and cow. Dropping your belly, lifting your tailbone, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, lifting your chest, and then rounding your back as you exhale. Finding that nice long stretch in your spine. You can curl to the balls of your feet, either on the in-breath or the out-breath. Big breath in. Find that Ujjayi breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And again. Spreading those arm bones apart. Breathing in, cat. Exhaling out. Excuse me, cow. Exhaling out, cat. One more time. Big breath in. Shoulders away from your ears, engage your core, Uddiyana Bandha, belly button tucked in and up, round it out. And then come back to your tabletop and simply extend your left leg, flexing your foot, pinky toe towards the mat. Reach the right arm out and just find some spinal balance and length, really engaging through the core. This is my able assistant Buster, if you can see him. And then take one more breath. And then draw your elbow to your knee for 3. Extend. 2. Extend. And one more. Extend it all the way out. You can stay right there. Bend your knee if you can. Grab your foot. It takes me a few minutes to do that. Press your foot into your hand. Lift your chest slightly. Stretching through that left top thigh, your quad. And then come all the way out. Drop your right hand and take the ball of your left foot over and across, looking over your right shoulder, just getting a nice side body stretch. Take one more breath. Extend it all the way back to your tabletop. This time extend your right leg with your foot flexed down. And your left arm, and hold, finding that spinal balance, finding that engagement of your core. One more breath. And then tuck it in, elbow to knee, finding your balance, finding your core. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, extend, hold, stay right there. Or reach back and grab for that stretch of the quad on the right side. Lift your chest slightly. One more breath. Extend it all the way out. Drop your left hand, take the ball of that right foot across, look over your left shoulder. Feel that right side body stretch. And one more breath. Coming back to center, reset into your tabletop. Press into the finger pads, Spider-Man hands I call them, and then just float your knees off, engaging your core. Floating tabletop for 5, 4, get those shoulders away from your ears, retract those shoulder blades. One more breath, and then press those hips up and back, downward facing dog. So you're pushing the mat away from you, pressing into the finger pads, and then pushing your chest towards your thighs while stretching those shoulder blades, drawing the shoulders away from your ears. Heels do not have to be on the mat. Start to work out those hamstrings a little bit. Just walking your dog. Keeping that core engaged. Finding your pelvic floor, your mula bandha, and engaging there. One more round. And then find stillness and walk your big toes to touch. Lift your right leg up. So start with that internal rotation. You're still high in the ball of your left foot. Bend your knees, stack your right hip on top of your left. Maybe circle your ankle one way or the other. And then straighten that leg. Sweep your knee into your nose. And then step your right foot forward between your hands. Find that lunge a little bit, lifting your chest, pressing that left heel back, pressing your left hand down towards the mat. You can use a block here. I don't have one today. A block or a book. And then raise your right arm, getting another twist into the body. 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then release that right hand down. Drop your left knee. Walk your hands back as you straighten your right leg for a nice, easy hamstring stretch. You can lift your right toes up. Keep tucking that navel in. Shoulders draw away from your ears. One more breath. Carefully re-bend your right knee. Reset your hands. Step your right leg back. And then reset, right toe to meet left. Left leg lifts, again that internal rotation, pinky toe towards the mat. Stack your left hip, bending your knee, opening up that side body. Maybe rotating the ankle. And then inhale to straighten. Exhale, pause, knee to nose as close as you can. And then step through, finding that low lunge. Take a moment, kicking that right heel back, lifting your chest slightly, then planting your right hand right next to your inside of your left foot and lifting your left arm up as you twist. One more breath. And then carefully release your left hand. Drop your right knee. Walk your hands back as you lift your left toes, if that's available to you. Feeling that stretch right here in the back of the leg, the hamstring, tucking that navel into your spine, pushing that tailbone back. Your mula bandha is engaged. Your pelvic floor is lifted. One more breath. Rebend, reset, pick back up, and then reset. Left foot to meet your right. Separate your feet about hip width apart, bend your knees, and then walk your hands carefully back to your feet, finding ragdoll at the back of your mat. Opposite hands to opposite elbows. You can move, sway, or not. It's up to you. Make this practice your own. I'm your guide. Allowing your spine to get long, the crown of your head to drop towards the floor. Knees can be soft. It depends on your flexibility. And then carefully release your hands. Heel toe your feet to touch. Stack your vertebrae one at a time, articulating that spine as you rise up. Reach up. Bring your hands to your heart center. I want you to take a moment to set an intention, a dedication, sending love out to those who need it. And we'll begin our practice with one Om, O-R-M, the voice of all yogis. Take a deep breath in. Drop your hands, mountain pose, Namaste Tahi, standing at attention, and we begin. Inhale, rise up, reach up, root down through all four corners of your feet. Depending on your space, if you can, swan dive, using your core all the way down. Inhale as you lengthen your spine, hands to your shins, or if you're more flexible, hands are down. Exhale, fold, step back out into your first plank. Your modification for your plank today would be to drop your knees, but notice how my shoulders are still over my wrists. Uddiyana Bandha, your belly button tucks in and up, your choice. Take a deep breath in, look forward slightly, shift forward, lower down, you can hover or release completely, and then inhale, find an upward facing dog or a cobra, your choice, Bhujangasana, and then roll over the toes and shift those hips up and back. Take a deep breath in, draw the shoulders away from the ears as you exhale, in and out with a breath. One more full breath in, empty your breath. Bend your knees, look forward, walk or float to the top of your mat. Half lift, hands to shins or just lightly on the floor. Bow, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. It's called a sun salutation A. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back into your high push-up. Take a deep breath in. Look forward, shift forward, lower down, hover or release. Your vinyasa, you can skip these if you wish. Breathe in for upward facing or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing. Another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale. And then exhale. One more full breath in. Get completely empty first. Bend your knees. Look forward, walk or hop. Half lift, breathe in. Bow, fold, forward, breathe out. Rise up, timber. Reach back, see if you're warm enough for a back bend. And then either hands to your heart or swan dive as you bow forward. Last time with your sun A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back. If you hop, hop into a low push-up. Breathe in, upward facing or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in and out. Get vocal in those breaths. Inhale. Use the glottis, the whisper muscles at the back of your throat. Exhale. One more. Empty your breath. Hop or walk. Half lift. Bow forward. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Now we begin our sun salutation B. So sit, weight is in your heels. You should be able to lift your toes. So everybody's different built here. If the arms don't suit you up, bring them forward or bring them to your heart. Sink only as low as you comfortably can. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more. Inhale. Squeeze those inner thighs. Thunderbolt. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Bow forward. Halfway lift. And then step or hop back. I'm going to step back because Buster's in the way. Take a full breath in. Look forward. Shift forward. Lower down. Hover or release. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Walk or hop, top of your mat. Half lift. Bow, fold. Chair, just one breath here. Fold. Lengthen your spine on your inhale. Step your left foot back. Rise up into warrior one. So take your time assessing how you feel here. You want your hips squared forward and your right knee tracking towards your pinky toe. Not an easy pose. Seems like it would be. Virabhadrasana 1. Roll the shoulders back and down. Ground the pinky edge of your left foot into the mat. Deepen it as you see comfortable. And if you need help with your hip squaring, reach that left hand forward first. You'll find your left hip follows. Right arm. And then reach up. 2 more breaths. Keep those bandhas engaged. 1 more breath. Exhale it out. Release your hands. Step back, go through a vinyasa or go right to down dog. Breathe in, upward facing. Breathe out, downward facing. Take 1 full breath in. Empty your breath out. Walk or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, 1 breath. Hands to your heart, bow forward. Halfway lift. Turn on my timer. And this time your right foot steps back, finding Vira on your left, Vira 1. And again, both sides are going to feel different and look different. A little balance here. Grounding to the outside edge of that right foot. Squaring those hips. Rising up. Sinking deep into that left foot. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Release. Go through your vinyasa or go right to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Big breath in. Huge breath out. Shoulders away from your ears. In and out. Keep pushing the mat away from you. 1 more breath. Get empty. Bend your knees. Look forward. Walk or hop. Top of your mat. Half lift. Inhale. Bow, fold, exhale. Chair pose, 1 breath in. Bow forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Left foot steps back. Rise up, warrior 1. 1 breath in. Release, chaturanga or down dog. Upward facing in breath. Downward facing out. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Walk or hop. Half lift. Bow forward. Chair pose. 1 breath. Bow. Lengthen as you inhale. Right foot steps back. Rise up. 1 breath. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale. Flow through, or I'll go this time right to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Reset. In and out. Again. 1 more. Fill up. Get completely empty. And then walk or float. Half lift. Bow forward. Chair pose. Exhale, bow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Warrior 1, rise, 1 breath. And then move on, open to warrior 2. So warrior 2, your right heel lines up with the left heel or the arch of the left foot. Strong, steady gaze forward, bending that right knee, anchoring it towards the right pinky toe. Sink a little deeper if you can. Take another breath in and let it out. 2 more. Really tuck that pelvis in, lift the Mula Bandha. 1 more breath. As you exhale, high to low push-up or step back to downward facing dog. Upward facing in breath. Downward facing out breath. 1 breath in. Reset. Exhale. Walk or hop. Half lift in. Exhale, bow. Chair pose, 1 breath. Bow, fold. Half lift. This time right foot steps back. Vira 1, rise up. And then open to warrior 2, same thing. Sorry about my back being towards you. Sink nice and deep. Press that left knee towards the left pinky toe. Stretch. steady gaze forward, tucking, lifting those bandhas. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, high to low, or step right back to downward facing dog. I'll skip the vinyasa. 3 breaths, reset, inhale, exhale, again. 1 more breath in. Empty your breath, bend your knees, walk or hop, top of your mat. Half lift, inhale, bow, exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bow, half lift. Step your left foot back, Vira 1, 1 breath. Open up, Vira 2. Reverse, slide that left arm down, take that right arm up and over. Lift your gaze, sink deep, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. As you exhale, high to low push up or downward dog. Your choice. Take a breath. Get empty. Walk or float. Half lift in. Bow out. Chair inhale. 1 breath. Bow exhale. Lengthen on your in breath. Step your right foot back. Rise up. Warrior 1. Breathe in. Open up. Warrior 2. Reverse. Breathe in. Sink deep. Another in breath. Empty. 1 more full breath in. And then go through your vinyasa or step back to down dog. Reset. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath in. Get empty. Bend your knees. Walk or hop. Half lift. Inhale. Bow. Exhale. Chair pose in breath. Bow. Half lift. Inhale. Left foot steps back. This time go right to warrior 2. Take a full breath in. Straighten your front leg, finding triangle pose, and then reverse your triangle, finding a nice long stretch. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Got lots of noise going on, little train, little construction. Try to stay steady with your breath, focus on that, and ignore anything else. Shift your left hip back, reach your right arm forward as far as you can, keeping that core engaged. And then surrender to Utthita Trikonasana. Extended triangle. Again, line up those feet so you don't fall like I just did. Remember, we're human, it's a practice. That's why they call it a practice. We just move forward and do the best we can. Take 1 more breath. Lift your gaze if you can, if that's available to you. Be aware of how your neck feels. On your next inhale, come all the way back up. Turn both toes towards each other, hands to your hips. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Push your knuckles down. If that doesn't work for you, you'll see on the other side. You can do opposite elbows or opposite wrists. Take a deep breath in, find a little back bend, and as you exhale, forward fold. Arms go up. Head drops down. 2 more breaths. Keep the weight in the outside edges of your feet and balanced between the ball and the heel. 1 more breath. Release the hands to your hips. Come halfway up using your core. Rise all the way up. Turn your right foot back to the front. Come back into warrior 2. Now we're going to challenge your balance with half moon. Again, I don't have my block today. A block is always welcome. All you're going to do is reach forward and either take your hand to the floor or float it off for your half moon pose. Flexing your back foot for 5, 4, you're going to fall. That's life. 3, just go back to it when you can. 2, and more gracefully than that, step back to your warrior 2. Take a full breath in. And then Vinyasa high to low or downward dog. Upward facing in, downward facing out. One breath in, full breath out. Walker hop. Half lift, bow. Chair pose, one breath, reach high, sink deep. Bow. Lengthen your spine. Right foot steps back, come right into warrior two. Again, sorry about my back. Straighten your front leg, finding triangle. Reverse your triangle, take a breath. Let it go. Another inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms come out, right hip goes back. As you exhale, surrender, Utthita Trikonasana. Gaze forward or up, go where you can. Keep those bandhas engaged to help steady. On your next in-breath, rise all the way back up. And again, turn your feet towards each other in a nice view. This time, just fold forward. Plant your hands in the center of your mat. Bring your left hand right to the middle of your body and take your right arm up. Twisting. One more breath. Release and switch. Place your right hand where your left hand was. Reach up. Again, a block here is very helpful. One more breath. Release. Take your hands to your hips, half lift, all the way up. Left foot turns forward, coming back into your warrior. As we go to half moon on the other side, take a breath. And when you're ready, float yourself up, take your time. 5, 4, lift your gaze if you can. 3, 2, very carefully step it all the way back, warrior two, take a full breath in. And then high to low or step back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, float your right toe up. As you exhale, step it through. Finding your lunge, rise up, reach high, timber. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. Twist towards your right, left elbow on top or outside your right leg. Lift your thumb knuckles as close to your heart, your sternum as you can. And breathe. We're rinsing. Take one more full breath. Timber. Empty it out. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, drop your hands and just step back into downward facing dog, floating that right leg up. Drop your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in as you lift. Exhale as you step through. Find your lunge, your stability. Reach up. Big breath in. Really kickstand that right heel back. Hands to your heart, empty your breath. Twist towards your left. Again, do the best you can. Your modification here would be to drop your right leg, lift that sternum towards your thumb knuckles, breathe in, breathe out. 2 more, inhale and exhale. Take one more full breath in, empty it out first. Inhale, reach back up, and then exhale. Go back to your downward facing dog. Separate your feet. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Take one more breath. Empty that breath. Bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop. Half lift. Bow. Chair. Continuing the rinsing, hands to your heart. Empty your breath. See if I can stay balanced and down, and then twist to your right, left elbow on top or outside. A little deeper twist than the crescent twist. Try to keep your knees in alignment. Keep lifting your chest up. 2 more. 1 more. Empty all the breath. And then release, forward fold. Separate your feet. Padagustasana, peace finger the big toe of each foot. Lengthen, and then exhale, surrender. Bend your elbows, your knees can be soft. You can shake your head. And 1 more breath. And then release the bind, heel toe your feet to touch. Back to chair pose. Hands to your heart, empty your breath. Twist to your left, right elbow outside that left or top of your left thigh. Drop those hips. Line up those knees. Breathe. 2 more. Keep twisting, keep lifting. 1 more. Once you've exhaled completely, release. Separate your feet, Padahastasana, Gorilla Asana. Shovel your hands underneath your feet, toes to wrist creases. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And let go, surrender. Exhale completely. Release the bind. Walk your toes, touch. Ground down, rise all the way up. Samasti Tahi. Standing at attention, refocusing on balance. I'll face you here. We're going to start with eagle. And again, remember, balance is challenging. It's different every day. Do the best you can. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit gently into your chair as you sweep your right arm under your left, lifting the elbows up, dropping the shoulders down. Maybe that's where you stay today, or maybe you cross it. Maybe you lift it. Your choice. If you fall, just go back to it. If you want to, challenge yourself, bow and hold for 3, 2. Very carefully come all the way up and release. Inhale, reach high. Sink into your chair, left side, left arm under. Stay there or lift that left leg, cross it over, or stay grounded. Again, it's just part of life. We fall, we get up. One side's easier than the next. Lift the elbows, push them forearms towards me or away from you. Keep those bandhas engaged. That'll help with your balance. Steady gaze, drishti. Steady breath. And again, if you want to challenge, following the elbows to the knees, it may knock you off. And then come all the way back up and release. Great job. Utthita Hasta Padagustasana. Single knee raise, left hand on your hip, right knee lifts. You may stay right here. This may be enough. If you want to advance the pose, peace finger the big toes, extend the leg hip height. And whether your knee is bent or your leg is straight, take it out to the side. For 3, 2, take it all the way forward, lift the arms up, engage the quad for 3, 2. I'm going to try to take you to airplane, Dekasana, in case I don't have enough room. Palms facing slightly forward, pinky toe towards the mat, chest is lifted. for 5, 4, 3, hands to your heart, and release. Great job. Left side. Remember, both sides may be different. This side may not be as flexible. Then stay with the bent knee. Fill up with breath. Extend if you can. Not my best side. Your knee may be bent like mine is. Open when you're ready. Do the best you can. One of the 4 agreements. Always do your best. Timber, come back to center. Extend the leg, engage the quad for 3, 2, and when you're ready, sweep it back. Airplane, flex your foot. Mine's going through the fence for 5, 4, 3, 2, hands to your heart, toes touch. And we'll close up our balance with tree pose. Right leg somewhere along your left, not on your knee joint. We put enough pressure on our knees so you can stay grounded here. You can come up a little, or you can come up as far as you can above the knee. Once you find that place in that space, hands to your heart, dristi. This may be one of those days I may need to stay on the ground. If you want to add, you can add branches, lifting your gaze. I'm not going to go there today because clearly my balance is challenged this morning. 2 more breaths. Keep those bandhas engaged. 1 more breath. Shoulders away from your ears. And then when you're ready, release. And we'll switch to the other side. Again, rooting through all 4 corners of your feet. Setting your dristi, your gaze. Working those little microfiber muscles. Hands to your heart. Or add your branches. Maybe movement. Maybe lift your gaze. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Hands to your heart. And release. Great job. Come back to the top of your mat. We're going to come down to a seat where we're going to do a yoga squat as we do. So take your legs mat width apart, maybe turning your toes out. Reach the arms up if you can, hands to heart center. As you come down into that squat, bringing the arms inside your inner thighs, hands to your heart, chest lifted. Stay here and feel that low back stretch, the strength and the stretch in your inner thighs and your hip flexors. And take 1 more breath. Very carefully, lower yourself to the mat. Take your legs about hip width apart. Reach the arms up. Scoop out the belly. Lower yourself all the way down. Take a full body stretch here, arms back. And then take your right ankle above your left knee, bending your right knee. So this is a hip stretch, figure 4 stretch, pretty easy stretch. You can stay right here. The goal is to press your knee mentally away from your body, keeping your foot flexed to protect your knee. You want to go deeper, lift that leg, watch your neck. Keep tilting your chin slightly towards your chest. Keep your feet flexed. And just breathe. Take 1 more breath. Then you're going to release your bind behind your hamstring or lift your leg up if you're not there. And then cross your right knee right over your left, binding shoelace, sliding your hands down towards your ankles and pulling your feet as away from you as you can. more breaths. One more breath. Release your feet down to the mat. Spread your arms out into a T and take your knees over to the left, look to the right. Nice final twist. And take one more breath. Empty your breath. Release. Uncross your legs, bring your knees into your chest. Rock your hips side to side. And then you're going to extend your right leg. Flex your left foot. Cross the left ankle above the right knee. Bend it, stay there. Mentally pushing that left knee away from you. Lifting up. Feet are flexed. Finding that hip stretch on the side. Big breath in. Another breath out. Keep breathing in deeply, keeping those bandhas engaged, using that Ujjayi breath. And one more. And then release the bind. Grab or stack your left knee on top of your right. Slide the hands down, pulling the legs as far away from you as you can. You feel that in the left side of the top leg. Again, watch your neck here. Retract those shoulder blades. One more breath. Release your hands. Drop your legs towards the right. Look to your left. Try to keep your shoulders into the mat as best you can. Dropping your legs as far over as you comfortably can. I'm not super flexible, so I don't get down too low. It really just matters to stop where you feel the stretch and then let your body take it where it can by using your breath instead of force of will. One more breath. Release. Uncross the legs. Bring your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side. And then flex your feet. This is dead bug. You can go here, drawing your knees down towards your underarms or towards the outside edges of your underarms. Or grab the outside edges of your feet. But really important that you watch your neck. Retract those shoulder blades. Keep that spine long. Tilt your tailbone down so you send your sacrum forward. This should feel good. You can rock your baby or not. And when you're ready, release. Bring the knees into your chest. And then drop your feet about hip width apart as we prepare for bridge pose. Toes facing forward. Maybe you brush your heels. Try to shimmy those shoulder blades together. When you're ready, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift your pelvis, and come into bridge pose. Keeping your gaze steady and above for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly lower. We're going to do 2 more of those. Take a deep breath in, reset. Exhale, come back up. Maybe you get a little higher. Maybe your arms get a little closer together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower all the way down. This time there's an opportunity for you to do wheel if you have wheel in your practice. I haven't been practicing enough, so I don't think I have wheel today, but I'm going to give it a shot. Otherwise, go back to your bridge pose. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly lower down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. It was a good try. It wasn't a pretty look, but it was a good try. Breathe in and let go. One more breath. Carefully closing your legs up like they're bookends, bringing them into your chest. Rock forward and back 3 times. And then come all the way up. Extend both legs forward. Can be hip width apart or close together. Nice and tall on your sit bones. Inhale, reach up. Paschimottanasana, reach out. Whatever you can get to. Your feet, your shins. You can keep your back nice and flat here if you'd like, or you can totally surrender rounding. And then release, rising all the way up. Using your core. We're going to lower ourselves down, but we're going to work our core a little bit before we go to fish pose and plow pose. So scoop out your belly, hold right here. Maybe that's enough for you. Maybe you can bring your right and then your left up for your full boat, Navasana, for 5, 4, 3, low boat for 5, 4, 3, high boat, 5, 4, 3, all the way to low boat for 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop your hands down to your forearms, lower your feet, drop your head, Matsyasana. Arching your back, you can sit on your hands, that helps. Breathe. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can lift the legs and bring the hands to the heart. And then slowly lower down. Release your neck carefully. Bring your knees into your chest. So you have 2 choices here. You can do shoulder stand starting in plow, or you can simply put your hands underneath your hips and flex your feet up. Viparita. I'll do a little bit of both. I love this, is very restorative. If you want to go forward with your shoulder stand and your plow, ideally your feet will all go all the way down behind you. Mine don't work that well. I don't have that flexibility. And then lift into your shoulder stand, float your feet, Karnavidasana, deaf man's pose, knees to ears, and then very slowly come all the way out. Maybe stop here for a breath or 2. And then very carefully lower your legs. Palms up, open to receive. Buster's joining us for Shavasana. Hey, Buster. You can also turn your palms down, being more connected to the earth, Mother Nature. And close your eyes, relax your breath. Finding gratitude, returning maybe to your intention, your dedication. I encourage you to take more time in your meditation. In order to be able to share this properly, I can't take as long as we need to. So stay and meditate or rise up. Sitting in any comfortable seated position. Returning your hands to your heart center as you reconnect to your mind, body, and breath. We honor ourselves and each other by closing with one Om. Take a deep breath in. And then bringing your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, your awareness. Honor each other. The light in me certainly honors and loves the light in you. We bow as we share that with each other and say, Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you very much for sharing this practice with me today. Go out and have the best day.